Well, here I am in Old Montreal, Canada here. Part of town that always makes me proud to be a Montrealer that, still retains much of its history and it's not desecrated by vandals and whatnot. And then you have the old Silos building here. Very popular building for photography, as you can see why. It's aged in such a beautiful way. And you're also looking at here the Lachine Canal, which used to be more open. Of course, this building has only been built in recent years, but I can't believe I never did a film of this beautiful old tugboat. And luckily there's an information plaque here, which I'm going to show you in a moment, which gives the a rundown of this very historic ship, which looks like it's more than 100 years old. And I didn't think so. I don't know. I mean, there are so many things today that are replicated very well, even in the antiques world, that you could be easily fooled that it's, authentic and the real McCoy, but it's not. And looking at this ship, once again, I have to wonder, what is the power of this thing? It can't be the original motor. I'm thinking maybe a Detroit diesel marine motor. That's very possible, considering how many decades those motors were built for, and they stuck them in like every kind of piece of heavy fucking machinery you could think of. But it's true. Look at the style of the windows, especially the wood frames, the wood doors, the curves. Here's the moon. Look at also the doors here on the side, their shape, all the rounded edges. That's very typical of the very olden days, the style of design. I imagine those tires and the motor are probably the most modern things on this boat. Oh man, how I'd love to see this thing fire up, let me tell you. Woo! What a trip that would be. Here's your little dinghy. I don't know too much about boats, but like most things of transportation, I mean, of course I have an interest. It's nice that it's here. It's fitting even. Look at that crank there. The battery's going into the red. That's why I have a spare. I want to show you something else real quick here. You see that down there? That's the old Five Roses factory, and that sign is famous. It has a nice way of lighting up in sequence, see? So let's go back to that plant. Let me go back to that plaque, give you a little more info here. It's apparent that this ship was built in 1907, and it says here that it didn't enter service. See, here's the plaque right here. It didn't enter service until the 1940s in the Atlantic. And it worked in the Great Lakes. It says it was originally a steam engine. It was replaced with a more powerful diesel engine, probably a Detroit. And she was finally retired from service in the 1980s. Here, you can read that. Give you a little moment. I'm going to read it too. The Old Port of Montreal Corporation acquired the ship in 2008. The mission of the Musée Maritime du Québec, that's the Quebec Maritime Museum. I didn't even know we had that. Blah, 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 blah. And Quebec's maritime heritage, including its Arctic territory. Wow, yeah. And look at this photo here. They show a tugboat here in the canal operating in 1917. Isn't that cool, eh? Let me just see if I can get a nice side profile of it before the fucking battery runs out. Let's see here. I don't want to say damn trees are in the way because I like trees. Trees are important. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, yeah. There you go, man. Buddy, that's all, folks. Hope you liked it. Bye-bye.